It was the pick of NIP, and it looked great for them. A 12-3 half, you pick up the pistol, 13-3, you're up 10 rounds. Felt like a shoo-in. No, Astralis won it, which means we now go to Inferno, where Astralis have the opportunity to finish this in 2.
And if they do, if they win this series, it blows Group A wide open, which is really exciting. Let's see it, because NIP started on the CT side, a side that plagued them on Anubis. Let's see if it's any different this time around on Inferno.
Well, that's a solo defender over towards B, and ASTRA has to drop on this smoke full on back, and they're not going to be respecting this. They have the read, and they are running straight on through, but ASTRA, oh my god! Astronomical from ASTRA. kezziwOw, though, responding in kind. What a start to this round. A 4K, a 3K, but no, it's the ace for ASTRA.
I don't even know how she finds the second kill. It's unbelievable. It's a random bullet through the smoke, but still, ASTRA shines the brightest when Astralis go for that faster play. Look at this again. A random one through the smoke, but she does all the hard work herself. kezziwOw tries her best. It's fantastic on Banana, but ASTRA finds all of them.
What? Oh, my lord. All right, well, you know what? I said ASTRA. She was the one that I was excited to see. I'm excited, Brandon. I'm so excited. Oh my god. That might be the coolest ace I've seen in some time.
Yeah. Flashbang's through, and it's ASTRA again. Surely not, no. Qiyarah is hit too, but the FAMAS runs out of bullets. kezziwOw, last player standing once more. Has actually found a kill as well. It's been fantastic watching kezziwOw's efforts. It's the battle of the in-game leaders right now on the server. And she's going to take her time. Let all things simmer down, calm a little bit further before she pushes on in. It will be pauliiee, and it's inevitable.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, that actually ended up being a little bit costly in terms of losing 2 players to just pistols. So it's not a big deal because they're able to cover the M4 at the end, but it does keep them a little bit honest. ASTRA gets a hand of the M4 back. Gets her hands back on the M4. Brandon, that opening round has completely thrown me for a loop. Holy moly.
That's all right. This is aggressive, yeah.
I like it. Look at this. Smoke comes out at the perfect time, and Banana is NIP's.
Mana Shine, though, wants to try and contest that fact alongside kezziwOw. In fact, everyone's grouping here for Astralis. They want to retake Banana right here, right now.
Well, Smoke's going to make that a little bit more tricky. And I think with that smoke going down, that's the cue for NIP to fall back. No real way to fight this now with the SMGs, knowing that rifles are on the other side. And the pacing from Astralis, I mean, they can retake this now, right?
Yeah, they can, but it's not that they know it yet, but it's kind of a waste of utility because obviously Naomi has fallen back, but it's that one flashbang. That's completely fine. Space secured. However, 55 seconds left. It kind of puts them in a little bit of a bind because they haven't secured top brackets. It forces the hand, and I feel like it's going to have to be a B play.
Yeah, NIP are already anticipating this. Naomi spotted it out, a well-timed incendiary. They're just going to run on through it. Oh, the flashbang was good, but ASTRA wasn't blinded. Able to come through for the kill, and that smoke deployed is actually going to block everyone off. The bomb gets delivered as well. 30 seconds left. The fight back through. Difficult for Astralis now. We're just going to get boosted over the top, but they don't really have time to be mucking around here. Have to find their way through, and there's boost on the other side as well. ASTRA's up on high, Qiyarah down on low, and she's going to find both NIP a flawless 3-0 start.
That was an attempted run boost coming in right at the very end there for Aurora, which is very brave. And you're right, the smoke that goes on the molly is actually the last one that Astralis have. There's nothing for the CT cross. So if you do extinguish, you all need to go together through that smoke. You just need to commit. Flashbang was perfect, as you quite rightly said. Why didn't they all go together? That's a little bit of a misstep. It allows NIP to capitalize upon it. They can start building. A strong start is what we've seen in the series, but you obviously cannot count Astralis out yet. Look at all the HGs. There's 4 of them thrown immediately.
Yeah, none of them connect. So it's a little disappointing. Everyone loves a big HE barrage when it connects. I feel like it's one of the most satisfying things. That's a nice kill with the Tech 9. Get themselves their hands on the rifle here. Joanna's just going to pick it up and run on through, but Naomi is playing a forward position, able to get 2 before she too is overwhelmed. But of course, Astra is here, arrives at the perfect time, and that spray leaves Astra with 1 HP, which means Aurora now has to come up with an ace clutch. The reload comes on through, all the CTs moving as a unit, coming on through at once, and she's spotted out. Astra with the 1 HP coming on through.
And the 1 death. 10 kills to her name. That gets a little bit scary there, especially when Naomi's dinked down, but the fact that she finds 3 kills on such low HP, she's incredible at doing that. Did the same with the Mac 10 on Anubis. Now rolling it right back into the present with the M4. Reinvestment comes in. It has been a little bit costly for NIP. You can see, despite winning 4 rounds, the bank is yet to really fully be established. And now for Astralis, they can start to maybe put the rifles into a little bit more of a motion. Joanna has got the AWP as well.
Astra with hers in kind, and pauliiee, oh, I thought she got the second there, but either way, it's a great aggressive start from NIP, pushing out in towards Apps, getting 2 players immediately. So much time now for Astralis to stare on through and work out how they put this back together.
So here's your difference between CT sides on Anubis and Inferno. There's so many variations you can do to find that opening kill. And then once you have it, you can just tuck back into the bomb sites and make sure the T's make the next move. However, I say that, Astra just peeks top middle. And Qiyarah's even spotted the second.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go for the info play, but you had an extra player there to support, so worst case, you should be trading there at the least, and you'll still be in a very advantageous position. And Astra, she's in a great position. I can't quite connect that second flick. Not going to be too big an issue here. Manashine has 4 players that are going to be ready for her, and they're already fast up mid, so not in a great position to be able to do too much more in this round, as Qiyarah's looking to swing at the same time. Yeka walks on through, and NIP continue the flawless start.
Loss bonus now built up, of course, for Astralis. So they can reinvest and re-energize. It looks like, at the moment, that comeback hasn't really affected the mentality of NIP too much. They've still got a job to do. They still want to remain flawless here in ESL Impact Season 3. Astra gets blinded off the angle and has to fall back.
A lot of more utility exchange this time around from both sides as the fight towards top mid is taking place. They haven't managed to get quite the way through. CT's holding passive currently. Astra is holding out towards long with that AWP, but smoke's going to come on over. It's actually going to bloom behind her. That's a library smoke, so Astra can fight ahead. Picks one up off Joanna, and now looking for more, but Spike is going to take her down. Now they're going to wrap on through. 2 players on the site. Pauliee's up actually in the apartment, so it's a lot now on Qiyarah's shoulders. Comes through for 1, and so did pauliiee. The trades are even. Bomb can come on through and get planted.
Give you 2. Plenty of util as well. That moto smoke goes down, and there's a slight gap in it. I like this from Manashine, playing very close to it. Aurora just through the smoke, finds Naomi. And now Jenkins not going to be ready for Manashine. It's the 1-2 punch, and it enables Astralis to get their first round on the board.
Yeah, great stuff from Astralis. Initiative out the gate. Taking the control towards A. And then they get that opener, well, the trade onto Astra. Such a big kill to find. Immediately then wrapping onto the site. Very well handled and well executed in the post plan, using those smokes to their advantage. Gets them on the board. And actually, you know, if they can win this round, they can start to really slow down NIP, because some of these rounds have been quite close and the damage has been inflicted. So NIP's money is on the brink.
Yeah, would shatter the economy. Astra this time leading with the orb out towards short. Well-timed incendiary just as the residual is trickling in for Astralis. Astra really wants to fight this, but fully blind, trying to help her teammate, but Qiyarah can't find anything. Astra on the follow-up, though, with 2. Not quite the 3rd. That's kezziwOw instead with a multi-kill. That's the A bomb site overwhelmed.
Yeah, I need to see that from kezziwOw's POV. How does she get 2 there? And it's the kill onto Astra, but where does she find pauliiee? Regardless, the reinforcements are here quickly. Manashine's known based on where that smoke came from, but so difficult to deal with because of where it's landed. It's looking around it. Manashine has a nice little angle here as well. In fact, she might just be able to find these frags. Naomi, though, is going to get caught. Yeah, the fade worked out for Manashine, so Jenkins is now isolated between every player and does go down. And AWP recovered too, as Astralis now get a second on the board, and they have reset NIP.
Yeah, complete backbreaker of a round. Astra tries her best. Incredible stuff, but kezziwOw. Honestly, it is the battle of the brains. And they're also bringing the brawn. 5 rounds plays 2. Has to be the USPs now for NIP, which gives a lot of room for Astralis to try and build back in.
All right, Joanna can start to pick them apart. Has to be careful here. She can get overwhelmed, but no. Ooh, okay. Yeah, kezziwOw was there to collect. Disaster avoided. Everyone stays alive. Astralis are very happy about that round. It's one of those things where you're in AWPA, right? And you see like 5 pistols running at you that you start to like panic, right? But they had a good setup with kezziwOw in second mid.
You look at the buy as well, and Astra can't afford an AWP, and that's why she's been finding a lot of her success. Compromises have been made to have this investment from NIP. And this is a faster play, change of pace this time. Straight up banana. Look at Spike go on the move. Only Astra is here. And she might just get melted by the pre-fire. Not quite.
She has like no utility to work with either. That smoke deploy was it. I'm not sure if she has a stockpile she can pick on up. That answered my question. She does. She has a smoke she can pick up. And actually, they're going to be hitting on towards B. Look at this setup. 3 players here fighting mid. Qiyarah was tucked, but then she gets blinded. But they're up on high. Jenkins gets 2. Naomi able to swing on through the smoke as well. Forces them back over to B, where Astra catches off Spike walking through the smoke. Joanna now 1 versus 4. And, ooh, that's a nice shot. But Astra was there to trade.
It's been 9 rounds of play, and Astra has 17 kills.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. What I liked there as well is the communication. You could see how precise it was from NIP. Astra doesn't get overwhelmed by the fact that there's a smoke and there's a couple of players spamming her off the angle. Because there's no commitment, she just tells her players to anchor in, wait for this 4 stack, and it does pay off. All of the layers really come into full effect.
Yeah, Astra got herself a free AWP at the end as well because of where Joanna died, so that's the perfect start. Joanna had the fast spawn to get up towards the logs, and Astra doesn't stick around. She's forced off. Splash looking good for the pick. No, it actually missed. And Astra gets the freest kill of her life, drops the smoke as well, picks up another. She's on cruise control currently. And little update for you as well as we get this round underway. Copenhagen Flames, Shield Maidens versus Guild. 3-7 currently going the way of Guild in map 2.
It's not one of these setups. 4 players here for NIP. Jenkins takes the first contact and the second. It's all free for Jenkins. That's fantastic on the boost. And you find the contact over at B. It's Astra, who's an absolute Goliath on B. You want to reset in towards A. Guess what? It's another quad setup for NIP. And it's just Manashine left, and Astra finds her through the gap of the smoke.
Yeah, Astra doesn't miss. This is quite the half. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy that NIP. I kind of like it, right? You've literally just run this like the last gun round. You had the the setup where you had triple mid. So why not boost up again? I mean, it worked, and I don't know if you're ready for it to be employed so quickly again on the T side, right? To immediately on the next gun round to have it back up there, and it works.
It is good. This time there's double HEs, which means there's 2 players here on Banana. So you can't try and overwhelm Astra the AWP. Or maybe you can. So they are thinking about going in towards B. Jump spots Naomi. Good flashbang. And perfect couple of kills. Jenkins here as well. And it is everything falling into place right now for NIP. Astralis. They've really got to come up with a response here because NIP have gone back on cruise control.
Yeah, lovely triple from Jenkins. I mean, it was just against the... Well, I guess it was a half buy. I mean, there was a bit of armor there. There was a couple of SMGs. So it was a little bit toothier than just the pistols. But it certainly didn't look it with the way it was handled. Astralis pull out their first tack, knowing that they have the fully now. All out for Jonana. Everyone else got what they need. But yeah, I feel like they're struggling, right? Over towards B, you have to deal with Astra, and it feels like they're afraid to go there based on how this played out so far. They've lost a lot of openings to her for free, and when they try and get cheeky with it by aggressing through smokes, going fast timings, it feels like NIP are able to handle those change-ups quite well over at B.
Astra's not even going B anymore. She's being so dynamic on the AWP. Changing the starting position quite continuously is always going to throw a spanner in the works for Astralis, who are still trying to piece this limited information together. Spike running. Drops the aggressive smoke, but still it doesn't extinguish it. Burns alive. Naomi, that's the freest kill she's going to get all series.
Yeah, I think a HE over the top slowed her down in the flames, right? So not only have you been chunked down half from that HE, you're then caught going slow-mo through hellfire. This is a cheeky angle from Jonana. This should be good for one, and indeed it is. Naomi walks right on through, wanting to get the information. They threw the classic retake smoke and molly, which normally forces the fight, and she's able to find that kill Jenkins now. Oh, not ready for Aurora to be so fast up on the right-hand side. They were coming from both angles, so the bomb does go down. Qiyarah was here quickly. Shine teasing with her, and Qiyarah actually able to come out ahead in that engagement. Does cost her a little. Does even up the players.
Yeah, Astra's got all the utility as well. Smoke in towards Banana. Kezzy just going to walk through it, try and get involved in the fight. And burning alive now as Joanna. Aurora only finds one. This gets quite dangerous now for Astralis. There's so much utility that can be deployed. Joanna can't hit the shot. And there's just enough time for the defuse as well. NIP come out on top.
What a beautiful retake from NIP. Well handled, the utility, and all the fights going their way. Qiyarah getting that first one. I mean, you can understand Astralis are so stuck on the site there, particularly because Banana's under threat. So they want to take some control into Ruins, swing on out, but the spacing wasn't fantastic there. So it's just a one-on-one, and Qiyarah comes out ahead there. Joanna in a difficult position in towards Dark as well. Comes good for one, but I mean, she was just pinned in there. So this CT side feeling a lot more comfortable for NIP.
Yeah, it feels a lot more cohesive. There's a couple of times in which it looks like some players are going before the flashbangs pop, but at least they are throwing them for NIP. It's something they could definitely work on when they watch back and review the demo. This one's faster for Astralis. They want to just wrap short instantaneously. Double pit setup could be quite dangerous, but Aurora has found Qiyarah. But you're not ready for the balcony player at pauliiee, or maybe you are, because Kezzy's found another.
Jenkins on the boost. It actually goes down as she finds contact. 2 players brought down low, but okay. You're given another kill. Now you may be tempted. You're quite a bit ahead. You know you've got them pinned in here. The rotation coming on through from Astra. There's a lot of utility to work with here. 2 smokes. And Sentry, although that re-smoke, that comes through at a very painful time. And that single piece of utility, that's NIP's call to leave.
Oh,
where'd that come from?
that's a mispurchase.
Oh, that's an Orky Momo. I'd keep it.
No, it's fine. They're resetting down middle anyway. Not going to find it. All good, Jenkins. But Astralis will find 4. And again, it's just cementing a little bit of a foundation here on Inferno. A map that is, well, most people say truly 50-50. If you want to be pedantic, in the last year, it's been about 51% T-sided.
Yeah,
but it is
quite
the truest.
pedantic, I would say.
It's the truest 50-50 split we've got in the active GT map pool.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, a lot of that's to do with how the CT side plays, right? Normally, you know, just like we saw there, right, you have to go for a lot of situations to save, so it gives teams, once they get into a site, a lot more leverage than on many maps. Which for me is a detriment, but for many, a reason they love this map.
This will be quick again. Control trying to be adopted by Astralis, but the molly, oh, it's missed. And that means that Jenkin can find a kill. Qiyarah up high. Normally it's Jenkin. This time it's one of the twins. And pauliiee swings through the smoke. 2 versus 2 quick trades, but you still have to deal with pauliiee, and kezziwOw has. That's fantastic. Astra thrown into a 1 versus 2.
Kez is the player that you want to come in clutch like that. What a shot. 3K for her. But Astra on the other side is probably the player you want in these sort of situations, but a retake with an AWP. 1v2, second last round of the half as well. In the back of her mind, she's thinking, at what point do I pull out of this and keep this AWP for the final round of play? Not yet. Clock ticking on down. Astra walking on through, looking for players. They're not presenting herself. She makes no noise. Scopes on in. kezziwOw firing shots, and it's a distraction to enable Manashine to come on through as Astralis find their 5th.
Yeah, I mean, don't necessarily agree with going for that retake. It's so far gone at that point, but Astra feels like she's committed, feels confident with her plays, and that means it's going to be a force buy anyway for NIP in the final round of play. You've got 1 M4, and Astra is relegated to an MP9, and now that question mark of, well, if that was an AWP, that would look and feel probably a lot better for NIP.
Yeah, now forced into a bit more of an aggressive setup here with these MP9s, pushing through in towards apps, getting a lot of space here. And the Astralis, they don't really want anything to do. They've had a few successful hits there. They know the AWP's likely not in play for Astra, so over towards B they go. All 5 players here getting ready for the hit. Jenkin, the key player here. She's the one with a bit of counter utility. She's the one up on oranges with the M4. Naomi with just a Desert Eagle can't strike. Jenkin gets 1, and it's a lot of damage done. But that's going to be it. Bomb planted. The rest of NIP stream up Banana. Joanna caught off guard, not ready for them to be so close.
I like this. A reverse boost. kezziwOw so low on sandbags. Naomi just trying to provide a little bit of distraction, but the main hit. Qiyarah, surely you clear this, and she does. And I like this, just attacking with the SMGs. Forget about the M4s on the floor. Manashine locking in new box now has to be dealt with, and they can't deal with her. Aurora reveals herself from ruins. 1 versus 1. Astra hasn't got a kit. That means at times a limitation will get the kill, but not quite the round.
Yeah, great stuff from Astra in the half, but it's Astralis that come on back through for 6. Can they do it in 2, Brandon? We'll be finding out in just a moment.
We've hit a brick wall.
recovery for Astralis at the tail end of the first half gives them a solid foundation to build and potentially close out the series 2-0. But for NIP, it's fundamental and essential to survive on Astralis' map pick of Inferno.
Janana peeking on through, spots players, falls on back. They've got a nice 4-player setup here. Lots of crossfires possible, but the pressure coming on through. Qiyarah gets a kill, Jenkins does too. Aurora, the only one on the CT side to strike. That's nailed that bomb to come on through and get planted. CTs do have a smoke and a kit, but they have a player deficit to do it with.
Yeah, this gets complicated. But they're all going to group in from long at the very least. There's players in towards pit, mini pit, and sight. Kind of gets devastated, especially with Astra potentially on the flank, but Jenkins strikes and everyone swings in tandem. Kezzy drops a smoke, but can't get past Astra. NIP, a dominant start to the pistol.
Yeah, no one can get past Astra in this map, I'll tell you that much. But a big pistol from NIP. Straight out the gate, they walk into the 4-player stack, 2 on each side, and they come out ahead, which is pretty good stuff, all things considered. A little lovely love hearts there. I like that. Bit of graffiti on the ground. Because we're loving this game. Absolutely loving it. And Astralis have opted to force into this one. They've actually got a lot here. And there's some things that excite me about this, Brandon.
Yeah.
One is the ump. I've become a bit of an umper myself. But the most exciting thing here is that lovely shotgun that we're seeing in the hands of Jonah playing by the half wall.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to really see action based on NOP's positioning. However, I like some Aurora anti-flash. You've got 3 players here, but smoke off. It's a swing from Kezzy. And Aurora gets dealt with. And so too does Kezzy. Fantastic stuff. Spike with the Deagle, though, could provide more damage. 2 kills, and that's essential. Johanna on the USP. This is all falling apart for NIP.
Yeah, they're making their way through long, though, and they've actually taken ground. They're going to wrap on towards B, and Astralis have to respect that it could be the A wrap. Going to be getting information here, and Joanna actually swaps over to the rifle, found on the ground. Pauliiee so low, lucky to have managed to get away there. If she went down in mid to that USB, would have been game over, but now they can get the bomb down. Lots of utility to work with as well. Smoke, flames. These 2 players from Banana kept at bay, and there's no kit, so time, a huge concern.
Yeah, well-placed incendiary. Flashes over. No smoke for the cross, and it is planted for CT. So many angles to clear. Johanna just rushing down pauliiee, and again, low HP, but SMG prevails. And now Manashine gets split from 2 different directions. And all Jenkins needs to do is just sit, wait, bide her time, because as you mentioned, there's no defuse kit. And that's another round secured for NIP.
Yeah, I wonder if in that situation, this is a small thing, but like they spotted both players, and I wonder if you kind of noticed in that kind of intense moment where you're getting that information, like, did you see a kit on their backside, right? Because it is a visible thing on the character model, and that kind of leads that decision where you don't need to peek because you know that there's just not enough time without a kit to get the defuse. So great stuff from NIP. Recover a round that was getting out of control. Spike gets that massive double kill, and then you have Joanna actually pushing through, and this is where that Mag 7 maybe comes back to bite her, because if she'd had an MP9 then, an SMG at all, or even a Deagle, I think she kills pauliiee there and drops the bomb.
A Manashine gets flashed in, but Astra, oh, it's Astra to win out the fight, and Naomi is holding in support. That's the B bomb site unlocked, and pauliee's even doing further damage in apartments. Picks up a Zeus from Jodana. Nice try.
You know what? Mad respect to Jonana, who's, picking up the Mag 7, the Zeus. These are all things that we get excited about. I hope other people get as excited as we do when we see these things, because I just feel like they're among the most satisfying frags. Is the Zeus and shotgun kills are just something special.
Yeah, for sure. What is special also is the fact that NIP have responded in such a positive manner after I want to say one of the most, I'd say like round recovery missions that we've seen on ESL Impact. Like that's a big comeback. I don't know if we've seen anything quite like it before.
Well, I'm enjoying it. That much is for sure. Spiked Eagle, not as potent as it was the round prior. Aurora does get one with the UMP at the very end here, and no chance to pick up a weapon. The bomb radius takes her down. Astra somehow staying alive. And now everything comes out for Astralis. I wouldn't mind them considering an attack here as well. You know, we talked about the attacks in the first half, and when they've been using it, this feels like the prime time, I would think.
Completely agree. You know, the investment is here. You want to take 30 to maybe talk about things, but no. Joanna really wants to get this kill with the AWP. Peeking down in towards mid. Doesn't see a thing. Utility starts to rain out, and the flash is going to force her back as well.
She's staying fairly active here. Has support in short, a double setup, so I don't mind it, but they both cross at once, and she cannot connect. Kezzy, oh, that's an unfortunate fight to be losing out with the M4. And look at this aggression. They know that it was the AWP here, and the MAC-10s can come fast, but Joanna's flicks are faster. Gets one. Second has made it through, unaccounted for, is Astra in the back lines, walking on through library. She can just hang out here. Manashine is, oh, she was partly on the rotation, and her falling back has been heard, but the hit's coming through fast. Spike, a massive kill. 2 players now on the site, but Astra in the backlines can still unravel everything. Big kill onto Aurora. Joanna is here in the Glock. Oh, it almost does enough, but not quite. So now Jenkin and pauliiee in the 2v3 as the bomb is planted.
They're going to go aggressive here. They're going to try and find Spike, and that's nearly the right decision. pauliiee will trade. Upgrades to an M4. Manashine still holding. And pauliiee hits the headshot. This is to be a massive clutch. Joanna, you know that she's low from the previous engagement with Astra. pauliiee dancing round and round and actually hits the headshot. NIP keep it afloat. 13 rounds to 6.
What a round from NIP. Astra just causing chaos in the back end there. I mean, I love that. The fact that you have these 2 MAC-10s that you've kept on over into this round, and you put the pace on. You can see that in that little replay. Astra not spotted. Able to get out there with Qiyarah going down. You know the AWP has to fall back. She finds that timing, and even though she only comes good for 1 kill, it does enough. But really, pauliiee is the one that's the savior here. Well, it's essentially a 1v3 as she trades out her teammate. So now it's back to the bare bones for Astralis. Slim pickings. Joanna with the MAC-7, and maybe this is the round that we get to see it come on through. It's the swag 7 as well. And you know what? Look at her. She's a player with swag.
And meanwhile, she's also a player without teammates, although Jenkin does walk into the guillotine, as too does Naomi. Shotgun strikes for more, and potentially that's the round back on. Has to fall away, but the damage has already been done.
The jumping MAC-7 strikes. We talk about swagger, and she has it in spades. Kezzy's spamming on through, but Joanna can't do it with the AK. Overwhelmed on the site. The bomb can be planted. The Desert Eagle goes wanting. But that's all they have now in this round. One thing is, all these Ts are kind of grouped up together. 2 in dark. Astra, though, with the AWP. Impossible to get past. Laser sight. Laser eyes locked on in. And okay, maybe she is possible to get past. A few flicks miss, but that one does not. As NIP continue this flawless T side.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. And I was worried as they swapped over, because Astralis, they're really good at building back into games. There's question marks for me for NIP, how they respond on this T side, but it's been phenomenal. Now your pause is being pulled in, but I agree with what you were saying. It should have been used a couple of rounds ago. It just feels like it's too little too late for Astralis. The manner of which NIP are winning these rounds is such a world apart from Anubis. It's a new determination, a new drive, an overpass. Oh, it's shortly entering the horizon.
Yeah, that's a map that's going to be exciting. I feel like these two teams both look good at different times. I mean, it's a map that I definitely associate more with the Astralis players. So even though this one's a little bit dicier, even if it is their map pick, I wouldn't count any hope out yet, but this might be their final real stand here on Inferno. Fighting in towards mid. kezziwOw getting up close, but oh my god, Qiyarah with 2. Aurora does get a double back in banana, but they can accelerate to A. Aurora just has to chase on through. Ooh, the flames drop through. She actually blows the smoke in hot pursuit. Doesn't matter. That bomb's already made its way through, and she has been heard. Manashine is the silent part of this. A flash over to enable her. pauliiee accounted for, but Manashine, oh, ASTRA, the flick, though, comes on in. And it's 15, map point for NIP.
Incredible. What a story. And to think this could have been 2 quick maps. 13-3 to 16-14 in favor of Astralis. And then suddenly you're looking down the barrel of a 15-6, potentially 16-6 on Inferno. What could have been for NIP, but fortunately, right now it looks like they have recovered this situation. Aggressive in nature are Astralis down banana, but they've been taking some flack.
Yeah, a lot of damage done onto kezziwOw and forced on back. kezziwOw's going to immediately rotate actually over towards A, keeping Spike there solo. Plenty of utility for her to work with, so she can keep the T's at bay. They are going to be retaking. Spike's up on the half wall. That flash actually doesn't connect with her, so she can stay on up here. Has to be able to escape, though. This utility is so valuable in slowing things down. And, oh, that drive-by as she fell actually connecting with Naomi's head. MP9 not as damaging as other guns, but does slow them down a little bit and has forced one rotation through. Joanna is taking a bit of aggression out to find out what's going on and spots the bomb, drops it as well. Smoke behind her, and she manages to scamper on away. Bomb recollected. NIP start to make their way onto A. 3 players here to defend. Manashine up on the side. A good position for 2. And Aurora is here as well. Everyone chiming in, but it's Manashine with the kills. This setup fantastic. ASTRA now might be on for a few more frags, and that's a fast one, but that's going to be it. Joanna does come through. Astralis actually finally striking the CT side. Yeah,
nice from Astralis. Good mid-round. The fact that they've got a little bit more aggressive, dropping the bomb, and then they keep 3 players over there. And Manashine does everything here, locks it in, and then that's kind of the surprise as well for NIP. Even if they get past Manashine, she's done so much already, and then the double pit players can just come in as a little bit of a shock factor. 15 rounds to 7. Astralis, they are down, but they're not out, as we've learned from before.
Yeah, I never want to count them out after that. I feel like, okay, well, getting reasons for it. Qiyarah fast on that opener. Spike does get a kill over towards banana, though. kezziwOw gets that one back onto Qiyarah. Brought very low in the process. Manashine's found another. All right, this round's starting to cook. Joanna strikes again, and it's ASTRA alone. pauliiee falls. And spotted through the logs. ASTRA getting peppered on down. The HE will be her demise.
Yeah, I feel like some of these rounds, it looks like NIP are trying to close a little bit earlier. They're trying to force some of these fights. They're trying to go for some aggressions, and Astralis are really punishing. That's now be a half purchase on the players that can afford it. Tech 9 armor. Again, this will be aggressive. Can Astralis hold on for another?
I'd say so. Against the pistols. We'll see. It's fast, and that HE just did so much damage. Joanna's AWP strikes the one as well. Yeah, this one's pretty easily dealt with. No struggles at all. pauliiee took that nade straight to the noggin. I'd love to know how much utility damage that round specifically was. But Yeah, looking good. And pauliiee goes down. So 9 for Astralis. And on the other side of things, on the second game we have going on in Europe, Copenhagen Flames Shieldmaidens versus Guild. That one is currently 11-14 on map 2 with Guild in the lead. So potential for a map 3 there as well.
Ooh, okay. That's exciting. Both games going the distance. It really just highlights the point and hammers it home that anyone can be anyone here at ESL Impact. The level of competitiveness and just the quality has risen so much within all of the teams. And that decider, that's on overpass as well.
Yeah, we love a bit of overpass. I wonder if we'll see the famed OT pass. That's a throwback to seasons past. I wouldn't be surprised with how these maps have gone so far. Astralis giving us something to believe in here. And OT would be required if they wanted to take this map. 6 rounds also the first step in that long journey.
This is aggressive from Astralis. Flashbangs are perfect. However, all the kills are coming for NIP. And maybe this is the beginning of the end. The overstep, the willingness to be proactive. It could come back to bite Astralis.
Yeah, it's something we praised them about so much on Anubis, and in these last couple of rounds, it's looked good, but this could be it. Manashine arriving as they enter the site. The Flames are gonna be completely negated as they get on past. She wants to try and deny, but can't connect the bullets. I like the attempt, but now Joanna falling. It's all onto Manashine. 4 players to find. A smoke comes on through. She reveals her position with her own. Now they can lock on in. She has no kit either, so it's impossible. There's just no way through. Staring desperately on as the smoke fades, and they are not facing. They're being patient. Qiyarah swings on out, and there's Naomi with the trade as NIP take Inferno.
Yeah, for NIP, it's almost back to a sense of normality, given how freakish that comeback was on Anubis. They level out the playing field now, and they send us to that decider